The balance changes just got announced. Hopefully the game gets a lot better. Let's take a look here. All right, first up we have, whoa, this is wrong. So first up we have Deck of Lunacy going from 2 mana to 4 mana. They say Deck of Lunacy moves up to 4 mana, removing its ability to provide a game warping effect on turn 1 or 2. When we create cards like Deck of Lunacy, we're aiming for an experience that lets you do wacky over-the-top things at the cost of power. There's a large audience for that. Spell Mage's play rate shows. But Deck of Lunacy very clearly crosses a power threshold we set for these types of cards. So Lunacy was just really annoying, really frustrating. And yeah, it going to 4 mana should definitely slow it down. A lot of times people would coin this out or play it on 2 and then use some Incanters flows, and next thing you know, they're slamming you with Nagrand slams. And I think that was really the main issue, is that like the spell pool got so refined from rotation that you kind of knew what you were getting. You were able to calculate, all right, 9 mana spells, they're going to be Librams of Hope. 10 mana spells, it's going to be Nagrand Slam or Survival of the Fittest. So that's kind of what made Lunacy OP. The fact that it's slowed down by 2 mana should be pretty good, because yeah, people were play this early, discount their entire deck, and then just steamroll you. So really happy about this. Hopefully this kind of kills Lunacy Mage. I do want Spell Mage to still be a thing, and it doesn't seem like we got any water nerfs. So I'm excited to try out my Freeze Mage again. So we got Sword of the Fallen going from 1/3 to a 1/2 to durability, losing 1 durability. Sword of the Fallen is not only powerful, but also creates early game situations with too many secrets in play. We're moving Sword of the Fallen down to 2 durability to reduce the overall value, make those turns against 3 to 4 secrets less common. Now, I think if you look at the stats on HS Replay, Paladin's really good. Sword of the Fallen is the best card in Secret Paladin, Secret Libram Paladin builds. But the 1 durability, I wonder how much this is actually going to matter. I personally feel like the deck is still going to be really strong, and I still think Libram in general is probably going to be one of the best decks. We'll have to see what else they nerf. But yeah, I think Paladin is still going to be really frustrating. And I think Secret Paladin is still going to be, yeah, quite good with the 1 durability nerf. All right, next we have Jandice going from 5 to 6 cost now. So this is a mage card and a rogue card. Pretty solid change here. Jandice was really frustrating, similar to Lunacy. Like the pool of 5 drops was just so dang good. It seemed like they were nutting every time, and it's not necessarily that they were nutting every time. It's just that the odds of getting something bad were so low, or the odds of getting some good were also, higher. So Jandice benefited from the core set refresh and rotation of weaker 5 cost minions. Yeah. Looking ahead, we don't intend to dilute Jandice's pool of summoned minions, and that's not something we'd want to rely on for her balance. With that in mind, we are nerfing Jandice to 6 mana, where her total stat output is much more appropriate. It does make sense. Yeah, seems fine. It'll give you a lot more time to react. You have 1 extra mana. Maybe, you'll just be able to deal with those high rolls a little bit better, and they could still low roll too, hit like a Blood Herald or something like that. Next up, Penflinger. Oh man, Penflinger. Okay, so this is now a battle cry, deal 1 damage to a minion. Spell burst, return this to your hand. So instead of it being able to go face, it now can only hit a minion. I personally am a big fan of this. I was trying to play a lot of control decks, and I just couldn't, because that additional 3-4 damage every turn would just whittle me down. You can't try and play some sort of control shaman or anything when you're just getting penned every turn. You get pen, wicked stab, pen, prep, pen, wicked stab. I don't know. It was just it was frustrating. Also, Penflinger absolutely destroyed Bulwark. I don't know, maybe other people don't see that, but yeah, Bulwark for Warrior is so dang good against the meta. Aside from Penflinger, like, it's really good for countering Demon Hunters that are trying to chunk big damage, really good against Mage that were trying to just fireball you in the face, or maybe if they start more dreshing, like, it'll be solid against that as well. So yeah, Penflinger, this is a huge nerf. This is massive. Are people still going to run it? I don't think so. I surely hope not. The voice line was very annoying. But yeah, I just think the additional couple damage every turn really limited my personal creativity, where decks were just getting chunked by this. And with so much healing being removed from like Shaman, A lot of armor game being removed by Warrior. Penflinger just somehow allowed those decks to grind it out. So personally happy about this. They say Penflinger equips some classes with large amounts of chip damage, whether it be to minions or to the opposing hero. This flexibility makes Penflinger an attractive option for many decks, but when that utility is combined with repetition and it takes over the story of a match, Penflinger takes out your minions, might deal 10 damage to your face over multiple turns. We even had the gall to call you names throughout all of it. We're nerfing Penflinger to now only target minions, positioning it as a removal option rather than a dual threat card. This will be interesting. I don't know if we're going to see any Penflinger anymore because generally this thing went face. Very rarely did it clear minions up. Watch post going from 2-3. Wait, from a 2-4 to a 2-3, and Morshan watch posts going from a 3-5 to a 3-4. Let me see what they said here. I personally don't feel like these watch posts were that big of an issue. I thought Far watch post was great, but Morshan watch post didn't really impress me. I guess maybe I just wasn't seeing much of it, but I guess it was enough to nerf. They say watch posts are meant to act as an interesting tech package when dealing with certain game plans. Currently, though, they act as go-to options in many classes. That's true. A lot of classes were just shoving this in because they were solid, sporting high win rates for disruption-based cards in order to cut into their power, reducing the health of both Farwatch and Morshan. This change will make them easier to deal with on turns 2 and 3, lowering the investment barrier for removal to better match the options available on those early turns. Okay, so this is the last nerf. I think Far watch post is going to become a lot less important. A lot less people are going to be playing this now. At 3 health, it's a lot easier to remove. At 4 health, it was quite sticky, and that's kind of why I was running it and things like a Control Warrior. Morshan, I usually just prefer to run Ogremancer, but one of the main reasons Ogremancer was ran was because of Penflinger. People would really capitalize off of Penflinger or no minion mage. So I'm interested to see where that goes. Or, I think Libram Paladin is still going to be a thing. I think Librams without Penflinger, or maybe Librams even include a Penflinger. Using that as a removal tool, that's still pretty solid. Yeah, I think Penflinger might be fine there. But yeah, I think if I were to predict what the meta is going to be now, I really do think that we're going to be seeing a lot of Libram still, a lot of Libram Paladin. It's so freaking strong, and they're barely touching it. They're touching swords, so like maybe the secret variant of it will be a little bit weaker, but there is just so much value still. Another class that was really good that was suppressed by Deck of Lunacy was Warlock. Ticketus Warlock. Ticketus generally destroys a lot of control decks. So I think we're probably going to be seeing an uptick in Warlock decks, Control Warlock. That's just running Ticketus. I did a video on a Warlock deck with Willow that felt really strong, and I think with these changes that deck's going to get a little bit better. I'm hoping the changes to Pen do allow for more creative options like control decks. Maybe Control Warriors would be fun. Control Shamans, maybe that can be a thing. But worried about really Ticketus just being able to destroy all control decks. I'm really excited to play more Freeze Mage just really capitalizing on Mordresh, on ping, on cycling with the refreshing spring water. But now that Deck of Lunacy is gone, I think that's a lot better. I'm curious to see how Spell Mage does now that there is no Lunacy. It was still solid with the Pexis Blast or whatever that's called, because random 5-drops are generally pretty good. So yeah, really happy they did not nerf water. Personally, I know a lot of people wanted water to get hit. I was not one of those people. I want to see how it feels without it. And yeah, maybe less rogue. I think a lot less rogue because Penflinger being nerfed and Jandice also being nerfed. So I'm curious to see the direction that rogue takes here. They have been leaning into that Alexstrasza OTK, or not OTK, but the chunk damage. Maybe they drop Pen for Alex. They play Alex, they Tenwu Alex, they play Alex again, they step Alex, they play Alex again, they step it. I don't know. Maybe that's going to be their new plan. Also, maybe finally we can see Death Rattle Demon Hunter kind of flourish here. I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah, all these decks that were just suppressed by Lunacy Mage are now going to be able to see some play, and I think that's going to be quite good. But yeah, personally predicting Libram Paladin to be kind of nutty. I kind of wish Libram of Hope was touched. We'll have to see if that does end up being an issue. And then Ticketus. I still think Ticketus is going to be nerfed at some point in its lifespan. Like it isn't oppressive or anything right now. A lot of people complain about it, but it's suppressed by Mage. So maybe now it's going to be an issue because it does kind of destroy all other combo decks, and Warlocks are able to cycle so quickly. Just find that, and then yeah, if you play, it'll be like rock, paper, scissors, except it'll be like rock, paper, Ticketus, where Ticketus just destroys control, and then aggro destroys Ticketus decks. So it'll be interesting. Yeah, when does this go live? April 13th. I would assume at 10 a.m. Pacific. That's when things normally come out. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Really happy there's finally nerfs. A little more room for experimentation. This meta has been stale, unfortunately, but now, hopefully, not so much. Hope you guys enjoy. Good luck on ladder and stay hydrated.